Morning, tarot people, and everyone else who's starting to join me. I'm so happy to have 44 subscribers. That is like, I can't even, it just blows my mind. So I appreciate every one of you, and I appreciate everyone who watches my channel, everyone who um, allows me into their life, everyone who, gives me constructive criticism and positive, uplifting messages of encouragement. Crystal Cotton, you are just so amazing and fantastic, and I just adore you. And Yari Divine, you are just fucking fantastic as well, and I'm so glad that you guys have been supporting me as fellow light workers, as we should. Let's keep the messages flowing and work together so that we can spread the light amongst the darkness that is there in all of us. So, darkness. Last night I got to start exploring my dreams of things, and I've kind of always been in a protective little bubble with my family, and I appreciate that they have protected me, but it's also prevented me sometimes from going out and seeking things that could be a risk, but also could have great reward. And so I got to do that. I got to do that last night. I got to dance. I got to be a dancer for, monetary value, for payment. And that was just, you can see the smile on my face. I mean, I'm exhausted and my abs are killing me and they look great, but I mean, there's a twinge of just annoyance and fighting still against the stigma of dancing being an actual legitimate career. I mean, unless you're like a super famous special, whatever dancer for some star, then, you're just yet again a stripper or some kind of lowly, sad dancer who isn't making it, and so they must be performing some kind of sexual acts on the side. Now, I know that's probably the majority of things is not that. I know that's not true. I obviously, because that's a career path I want to somewhat pursue, in a sense that I know that's it's a dancing thing. It's about skill. It's about and along with massage therapy, all of these career paths have this tinge of darkness where people are automatically assuming disgusting sexual things about them. And for the first, I don't know how many times of my career, people were always like, oh, well, where do, what would you do if somebody asked for a happy ending? And I'm like, I'd send them out the door, because you don't fucking ask at a medical clinic for a happy ending, because you're there to get better. And it's just that kind of like mentality and immaturity that really still is out there, and I still have to fight against, and I work hard at fighting against it, because otherwise, you just shrink back down into it, and people just have that power over you. Now, my entire life, because of my animal magnetism and my raw sexuality that I have finally started to embrace and acknowledge, I've been pigeonholed into career paths by people. Oh, you should do porn. Oh, you should be a stripper. Because apparently that is the only thing I am good for. The only thing in some people's minds is that that's what I'm good for. And I'm going to light some of this, because I'm going to start going into a little bit of a, I can't tell you how awful that is to say to another person. The porn industry takes advantage of multiple women. They get paid like nothing, and they get STDs, and they get abused and used for videotaping an act of just, of sexual pleasure that's disconnected from the actual act of making love, which is what it should be. I mean, we've all watched porn in our lives. I know it's not like, but it's so disconnected from what it actually should be. And the thing is, suggesting somebody that they would be good at doing porn is basically like saying, you'd be good at being a human slave. You should try and do it for the little pittance of money that they throw at you. And that's a very sensitive, sore subject for me. So when somebody mentioned stripping, I'm like, do I seem like the type who would be into stripping or trying to pursue that career? Use your head. Use that tiny little pea-sized brain in your big old melon head and think, hey, maybe before I comment and say something like that, I should think and say, hey, well, I know Nicole, and she's not a stripper. She would never pursue that career, and she doesn't find it appealing or empowering for women. There's a lot of things that we say that, oh, well, I'm a feminist. I can do all these things. Yes, but also, where have we been conditioned to embrace misogyny as feminism? And there's several types of misogyny that's just ingrained. And should be just completely eradicated. And I know I've had it ingrained in me, and I've expressed it. And so I can only apologize to those whom I've expressed it to. If not serious but joking. But I know how hurtful it can be. And it's hurtful because I'm more than a body. I'm a brain. I'm a spirit. I'm a smart as fuck motherfucker. And I can get disconnected from reality and society because of my brain. So I think I'm gonna end my end rant and just encourage to think before you speak, especially about those sensitive topics, because sometimes you're suggesting more than you actually believe that you're suggesting. Sometimes it's a joke, but a lot of times we're communicating over the internet, and internet devices and text do not translate sarcasm at all. Not at all. So you actually specifically have to add sarcasm, into, like, say, I am being sarcastic. And so it's very important. Tone. Which is why I like to hang out and have videos and talk to people, because then you can get the inflection in my voice. And you can understand where I'm coming from in my demeanor, in the sense of where I'm speaking. Alright, now I'm going to pull some cards, and we'll see what tomorrow holds. Happy August. Whew, it has been quite the summer, and we are heading into, actually, a solar eclipse come September. So hold on to your seats. It's not over, kitties, puppies, rabbits, dogs, dragons, roosters, sheep, all you Chinese zodiacs. We are the one, we are life. Oh, and I know that people were looking for my dance channel, so I will try to include that in the description section, if I remember. Oh, I'm so bad at that. I really need to be better, because that's how people can, like, support me or get readings, or, I am not a businesswoman, apparently. I'm trying. I'm not self-made. I'm better when I can work with other people, but, Oh, also, come October, if you are an artist in the Seattle area, and you would like to display your art, please get in contact with me because I have a wonderful venue in Pioneer Square that is just begging for art on its walls, and it's perfectly set up for for having, you know, a selection, well, you can have it catered and music, and it's very, it's like 50 people, so it's like exclusive. But if you are if you are an artist, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. Well, I needed that one today. Alright. Be still, listen, feel, and just be. Have you forgotten what is truly important? When you pass from this world, all you take with it is your soul and the beautiful memories it holds. Your smile illuminates my soul. It makes me feel home. There is no part of me that your love cannot fill. From the first moment we met, I am forever grateful and count my blessings each day, beloved jewel. Stop taking life so seriously. Achievements and possessions will pale in significance when your soul's journey back home to the light from which everything stems into insignificance. I feel you forever in my heart. You are in my thoughts. In the air I breathe, you are a jewel of sparkling diamonds. Your heart is like the great ocean of love. Thank you. And this one. In order for you to heal your relationship with another, you must first heal the relationship you have with yourself. Forgive yourself, accept yourself, and love yourself. Let's see the cards. Okay. Two of Wands reversed. Wheel of Fortune upright. Five of Cups upright. And King of Swords reversed. So you're dealing with a stubborn air sign or air energy, male, masculine. He's just stuck on his point, idea, thought, and it's probably causing some of this Five of Cups energy, because when you get stuck on something and you're just completely, you can't see past a certain mind frame or thought, you only are focusing on that negativity, and the disappointment and the sadness that comes with it when you're dealing with that. It's unfortunate, but, and I'm trying not to add anything onto it, but I'm kind of, we're getting a little transfer here. Back. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about things moving and changing, and things are happening behind the scenes, and it's kind of like one of those cards where we have to just wait and see where the ticker is gonna fall. I mean, and when it's in the upright, it usually means that things are like more of on an upswing, and so like you're hitting like the big money prizes on the side. And we have the Two of Wands in reverse, which is all about hesitation and hesitating to act. I mean, you have this wand, you have this idea, you have this plan of action. It's not fully thought out, it's just the first start or first thing that's happening. And Two of Wands is like, all right, now I'm going to, and now the second part is I'm going to put it into action. And then when it's in reverse, it's kind of hesitant to do so. Now the punctuation mark is interesting. So we have the Princess of Cups in reverse, we have the Devil in reverse, and we have the Prince of Wands reversed. So we have all reversed, which can be meaning that it can go either way, depending on how you shift the energy. The Princess of Cups, or Page of Cups, is about a younger person with messages of, you know, happiness and joy and friendship and niceties and maybe flirtation, or, and in reverse it kind of speaks of like maybe there's a stuckness to the energy where, you know, um, it's not felt because life is being taken too seriously, and instead when you start to, focus on the more childlike aspects of your personality, of life, and focusing on the little things, you're able to appreciate the little gestures of nice and love and happiness. And we have the devil in reverse, which is actually really good. That means we're breaking out of the bonds of fear and things that we are stuck in. And the overindulgences, the addictions. And then we have the Prince of Wands in reverse, which is it can be a sexual card. It can be a sexual messenger in messages, writing in, or it can also be is of action, and so acting and doing things. But also, in reverse, it can be somewhat confused or like misdirected, or maybe a little bit volatile in a sense. But that's more of the king. The king, it can be, because he's fully, crowned. The prince, he just is like kind of just the renegade guy who comes in and is just like, yeah, let's go, woo, And we've all known some of that. So I mean, perhaps there's like this energy of like wanting to go and be like acting and getting past the fear and the stuckness of where the devil says, no, you can't, and you say, yes I can. And that's, I think, maybe what the Five of Cups is about, is a yes I can, yes I have 2 cups still, I have this. Alright, I'm gonna leave you there, and I hope that my rantiness wasn't too ranty. I'm gonna go have some coffee and lay down because I am tired. But I had a great night. Regardless if anybody thought I was a stripper or not. Because I know I'm not. And I had a great time dancing. And I got paid. Ha! Alright, toodles.